which is a special event that the Moroccan Kingdom is having here for the meeting International Mohammed VI in order to talk about champions in the Diamond League. So after preparations, we are here today. We will have the presentation of many champions on the international levels who had great achievements in the world, with many competitions in the Diamond League and also in the Olympic Games. According to the memorandum, we ask the journalists to respect the rules of this forum in order to ask questions only related to the presentation of these stars present here today with us in this press conference. We will have here many stars that we will have the possibility to meet. Soufiane and BAKKALI. We will start with the presentation of two champions, Shericka who have had 3 prizes for the 400 meters, and we will have also the champion, the African champion in the 100 meters, Ferdinand from Kenya, with 9 seconds and 77 milliseconds. Before this, I will give the floor to Mr. Mohammed Rhazlane, who will present the opening remarks. He will be here today with us to welcome all the hosts. Welcome. Before this, we ask you for some silence because this forum is recorded live and we need best context. We ask the presence here to be silent. Dear representatives of the national and international press, ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the world, Mr. Representative of the Diamond League, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of Mr. Abdeslam Ahizoun, the President of the Royal Moroccan University of Athletics and Director of the Mohammed VI International Forum, which hosts this year a distinguished elite of Olympic and international champions who form an exceptional technical dish that inspires excitement and suspense and provides a wonderful sporting spectacle for all those who are passionate about this sport. In the stadium of the Prince Moulay Abdullah Sports Complex, which will, as usual, be reserved for the masses and through international television channels. It is hoped that this session, like its predecessors, will live up to what the organizing committee aspires to achieve new records for the Diamond League Forum and forums of world records. The local organizing committee wishes all world and Olympic champions belonging to 50 different countries representing the 5 continents a nice place in the Kingdom of Morocco here in Rabat, and a sports competition that aims to shine, radiate and develop world athletics. This forum will be dedicated to present a group of stars of high caliber, including the Moroccan world and Olympic champion Soufiane al-BAKKALI, and given them the floor to express their feelings of participation in this international sports forum, revealing and expressing their achievements they intend to achieve and the goals they aim to achieve, while they are just a few weeks away from participating in the World Athletics Championship Budapest. In order not to take much of your time, I will present some stars in the athletics, waiting for your questions to them, which we hope they will be relevant to their participation in the Mohammed VI International Forum. And thank you so much for your kind attention.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'accueillir Shericka Jackson qui courra le 200 mètres.
Shericka Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen,
200 meters and Ferdinand OMANYALA.
The journalists can ask questions both in English or Arabic. There is simultaneous translation there. Question? So, Shericka, we know that you were second ranked in the Doha competition now in Rabat. Can you aim at having a new record in the 200-meter race? I said that in Doha you were ranked second in the competition, in the race. One, two, three. Do you get me? 1, 2, 3. Do you get translation? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test. 1, 2, 3. Do you get me now? All okay now? Do you get me, madam? My question. In Doha, in the first station in Qatar, in Doha, you were second. Now in Rabat, can you very possibly get a new record in the 200-meter square in Rabat?
Body. Are you hearing me properly? Okay. So the 200 is my favorite event, and I enjoy running the 200. So I'm definitely looking forward to running an excellent time today. Tomorrow, sorry.
Any other question? Yes, Twitter. Mohammed Twitter from SNRT. Very good welcome to you in Morocco this year of the World Cup. A new record. You know now the weather of Morocco, and now you all know that the race would be a bit good to you. Would it be helpful, encouraging to you maybe? هل يمكنك إعادة السؤال؟ This year of the World Cup, and every runner is looking for good records. Now, at the level of Rabat competition, will be the weather good to you? Maybe you have taken a good idea about the weather. Will it be a good encouraging factor to you to get a good record here in Rabat?
A bit cold here outside right now. I don't know what the weather will be like tomorrow, but I believe that I'm conditioned in running in any weather. So I definitely, once my legs are warm properly tomorrow, I'll definitely see how fast I can go. So I'm definitely, as I said, I'm looking forward to just performing at my best, whether the time is fast or not so fast. Definitely, as I said, this is my first Diamond League 200 of the season, so I just want to perform at my best and stay healthy.
سؤال
زوجر محمد زوجر
What will be your expectation for this year to win or to break records if it's possible? My question is, knowing that this is a year of the World Championships, it will be in Budapest, what do you expect for this meeting? Win or break records if it's possible?
The goal remains the goal for this year. We're going for the win at the World Championships in Budapest. And for me, it's been a great season. And for now, I just like to maintain it for the next 2 months and make sure that I get it right. And I'm not losing any 100 meters this year, so that will not be an exception.
سؤال
بن ثابت Hisham bin Thabit from Al Alam newspaper. In the beginning, I would like to know your feeling with regard to your participation in a race in Africa. You are used to participating in the US and Europe. What is your feeling with regard to your participation in Africa?
And it's a great feeling to be in the Diamond Leagues, and it's one of the highest ranked competition. And for me, that's something that makes me run fast. When I see this kind of organization, that really gives me the hype. And I'm sure tomorrow it will be a good day, and I'm happy about the place. The place is nice, and just feeling great and ready to go for tomorrow.
سؤال
Baba. So, what are
the chances of Rabat? What are the chances for African athletes in this meeting here in Rabat? What chances do they run?
In Africa, we're still in Africa, and one thing I know is that Africa is my home. So I believe we are going to run well, and we just hope that we get the fans and the crowds out to come and support us.
السلام عليكم. رضوان الحمام.
رضوان الحمام النهضة الدولية. My question is your participation in International Mohammed VI. Is its participation to better the timing or to prepare for the World Championship? Your expectations with regard to the World Championship?
It's a high-end meeting, and I'm really looking forward to it. Tomorrow we are going for a very fast time. I hope the weather allows, because I know the caliber of the competition is top-notch. So we are really looking forward to run fast tomorrow.
Yes.
Question for Shericka. Last year you told us you wrote 21:45 on a piece of paper and then you ran 21:45. What have you written on a piece of paper this season?
I am yet to write a paper this year. I wrote something before I started training, and I took down the paper off my medal cabinet because I think the time I wrote, I am faster than the time that I wrote on the paper. So I am yet to rewrite those goals, or I haven't written anything as yet. So after this meet, I'll definitely go back and I rewrite my goals.
Hello, welcome to Morocco. I'm Younes Taleb, journalist for Menara, a Moroccan news website. I have a question for Ferdinand OMANYALA. Tomorrow you will face Fred Kerley, who is Olympic champion. You said you are in Africa, your home. So Moroccan fans are waiting for you. How do you see this run of tomorrow, especially because you are one of the three with Kerley, two of the three best times for I mean personal best of this 100 meters.
One thing, when I go to my competitions, I don't look at competitors. When I go to a competition, it's all about me and that finish line. I don't care who is on my right or left. So it doesn't matter who is who. I can race anybody who's anybody now. So for me, it's all about running fast and make sure just to get a very well executed race tomorrow. And above everything else, have fun, because we are here for a short while. So we have to make very good use of it. So no pressure, but we're winning it. No doubt. I'm winning it.
Good luck شريكة. Good luck Ferdinand. شكرا لكم للالتزام بالوقت.
For respecting time, we'll move now to another guest speaker. Thank you.
لحظات وسنواصل.
We'll start shortly. We'll resume shortly with the guest speakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next two athletes. Grant Holloway will run the 110 hurdles.
إذن هنا شكرا على
courra au saut en hauteur, et Grant Holloway sur le 110 mètres haies.
هل من سؤال؟
Any questions?
إذن سؤال لياروسلافا.
My question is to Yaroslava. Welcome here. Last year you have won the first prize in 69 meters. Do you think that this year you will get a new record?
Hello, I'm glad to start my Diamond League season in Rabat, really, because last year I won this Diamond League, and I hope that this year result will be higher than last year, because I feel that I'm ready, I'm in good shape, and my first start of my season when I was in Kenya, it shows that I'm ready to the high results.
سؤال.
Question? Do you like it here in Rabat, in Morocco?
We went with my coach to market. It's a famous market of Rabat. It was really nice, and you know, for me, it's a great time to be here. Really, I like this country, and I know that Morocco and Rabat especially made difference before 5 years maybe, and now it's a really, really beautiful city with great people.
Thank you.
Good morning. I would like, excuse me, I would like to ask you a question about your performance. Are you performing to be in good and better and best result? Thank you.
Yeah, of course, and you know, I think athletes always want to improve yourself really on competition and show all the best on competition, and I hope tomorrow I will show a good results, 2 meters and higher.
Hello, Yaroslava. Hello, Grant. I have a question for Yaroslava. You are, since the beginning of the year, you are having training in Belgium. Did you feel some change in the field where you are training from Ukraine?
After competition, I will come back to Belgium and continue my preparation for the season in Belgium. Of course, for me, I want to train and do my preparation in Ukraine, but now it's not possible because the war in Ukraine continue, and it's dangerous, really, and I should be abroad, but you know, I know that I should jump because track and field is my passion, really, and it's a place where I can forget about what happened. But after competition, of course, I know that I jumped for my Ukrainian people. Really, now it's all competition, all winning for Ukrainian people, for our soldiers who protect our country. And no, but you know, now it's good weather, really, because now my boyfriend in Belgium and my second coach, and the weather is the same like in Ukraine.
Une question pour Grant.
I have a question for Grant. For the American
athletics, for
100.
There are great names. There are great names.
So for you,
your idol. Arabic.
For me,
what's your favorite idol?
Thank you for having me. I'm really looking forward to competing, but my idol, it kind of stems from multiple different hurdlers. You know, not just one in America, but just from past time. You have the great Alan Johnson. You have the great Greg Foster. Rest in peace to him. Colin Jackson's in there. Aries Merritt, David Oliver, Lugane. You have these great hurdlers that you try to replicate your game, your technique, your talent off of, and I think that's kind of the stem of what you guys see. You know, what I've learned is from those great people that I've already named.
Grant, you're the second fastest man in history. Have you changed anything to find that little nudge up to being the fastest? You know, your PR was a couple of years ago now. Just wondering, how are you going to make that jump, or are you just waiting for natural progression to get you faster?
Yeah, it's good to see you again, by the way. But I think it's just one of the things where you be patient. You know, the older I get, the wiser I get, the more mature I get on the hurdles. I felt like I've already stamped myself in the history books in the indoor hurdles, and now it's time to do the same thing on the outdoor hurdles. But really, everybody knows my goal. Everybody knows my aspirations. Obviously, we're going to use Rabat as a building block to Budapest in August. But honestly, I just my main goal is to go out there and just compete. You know, the time will take care of itself. Yes, I would like to run fast. Yes, I would like to have the sub 13 and all those fast times. But training's been going well. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Everything back at home is good. Parents are happy. So I think all those are going to stem into positive effects for me. And it's just one of the things where when it's my time, it's my time. And when it comes, I'm going to be ready for it. So, just continue just to use it, and looking forward to what the future holds.
سؤال.
Hello, the question for you too. Tomorrow, what you are going to be afraid of?
Say it one more time.
Repeat. Tomorrow. What are you going to be afraid of?
I don't think I'm going to be afraid of anybody. If God was out there, that would be the only person I'm afraid of. But, you have 8 fierce competitors. You got past Olympic champion. You got Parchment in there. Rashida's on a nice trend. Devin Allen, 3rd fastest man in history. You keep going down the list. You got multiple people that have already been, on this Diamond League circuit. So no one to be feared. Like I said, I'm a God-fearing man, and the only person I do fear is God. So looking forward just to getting out there and competing with everybody and figuring out what I need to work on. Season's been going well, so really just going to continue just to use that as a building block.
سؤال. Yeah, for you.
But I think what they Holloway, it's the same. But tomorrow will a great company of high jumpers really, and Ukrainian girls and the young generation. Angelina Topic will be competing first time in Diamond League, and tomorrow will be a so interesting competition. Really come and look. But I know that every time you show the good results for people who look for watch, because athletics is for all people who come to look, support you, and it will be interesting.
Question for Yaroslava. You've had to spend so much time in the last couple of years outside of Ukraine for obvious reasons in different countries. How difficult has that been, being in different countries, base to base, and how has that affected your training and preparation?
Yeah, it's very difficult, but last year, in the end of year, I came back to Ukraine and I was at home for 2 weeks. It was a really, really perfect time for me because I recovered my mind. And, now it's 2nd year that I'm based in another country, but it's not difficult like first time, because you know what to do and you know that you should do it because it's your area. You should show that Ukrainians continue fighting, really. But I hope that after outdoor season in autumn I come back home and will be home. But of course it's difficult because every day I keep in touch with my parents because they're in Ukraine, and the flight before I have flight there was a terrible night in my city Dnipro because my parents don't sleep. they saw rockets, and in the start of day, when I have flight to Rabat, I saw the news that the Russia launched the rocket in my city, and it runs to hospital, and it's 10 minutes by walk from my parents' house. And of course, I called to my parents, and they say, "Oh, Yaroslava, with us all okay?" But near us, yes, was the launch rocket. And of course, with my coach, we were so excited about this, and it's really terrible. But like I said before, that high jump is my passion, and I like it to do, and I know that I do it for Ukraine. It's the best way for me to jump. Then I was sitting in Ukraine with my parents.
My question is for Yaroslava. Why did you choose to compete here in Rabat? Because you won last year, or because it gave you the atmosphere to compete here in Rabat?
Yeah, last year was great atmosphere. Really, I won, and after the competition, we have conversation with my coach, and we decided it will be great if there will be a woman high jump. We will come back because we like the city really. And after that, my manager said that it will be high jump woman. Will you go? And I say, of course I will go because I like it.
Добрый день, я хочу вас спрашивать на русском языке, потому что вы понимаете, что я говорю. Если на Украине есть войны, это задержает ваши тренировки и получает очень хорошие результаты. Спасибо большое.
А можете ще раз повторити? Could you please again?
Задержает ваши результаты на эти Diamond League in Rabat.
Maybe, I don't know, you know, it's difficult. Keep in mind, because competition, because my soul in Ukraine with my parents, really. But I hope, I had a year that behind my back, really behind the difficult year. It was competition and it was rocket launch to my city, to Ukrainian city. It's continuous, it's not stop. But now I have motivation to jump really for our soldiers, because our soldiers protect and they left their families to protect us, and I have a big motivation.
سؤال لجراند. نعرف أنك قريب جدا من الرقم.
Oh, that you are very near to the world record. So now 110 meters. So now are in an fraction. How much time would it take you to pulverize the international record? How much time does it take? You're so close.
Most people from the outside looking in just see it as in, oh, Grant, you just have to run a 0.1 faster. It doesn't work like that all the time. So, like I said, when the world record comes, everybody, we will all get to rejoice and enjoy it. But right now, the biggest thing for me is just continuing just to execute at a high level. That's been my motto. I've been failing to do it for some time. Obviously, yes, you have the world championship medals, indoor world record, Diamond League. Like, my resume is it's nice, but I would say I've been failing at that second part. So, you know, it's up to me. My team and everybody has been working countless hours for me to fulfill that part. But you know, talking about the world record isn't, you know, the main, you know, how it's going to get done. It's up to me just to go out there, put the blocks down, and just continue just to finish off some of my races.
سؤال تفضل.
بن عزوز مغارب نيوز.
Maghrib News. So before the competition, 24 hours before competition, generally speaking, the athletes are a little bit anxious, upset maybe, and they are afraid. Do you have this anxiety, or don't you have it? Would it mean that the 24 hours, are you expecting them to fly by, and what is the role of your manager in this regard? Eden.
Really, every time when you come to competition and you have a good results, you're top of world list, and of course press conference, it's part of our work really, and we enjoy it. It's not, for me, it's not like pressure. No, I like it to speak to you. I like to talking about all situation, my shape.
سؤال.
Grant, last year you hardly raced before the World Championships. Is the plan this year, because the World Champs are so late in August, to do more races? And are you planning to do the US Champs? You don't need to. You're reigning world champion. You get a bye.
Yeah, so last year it's a funny story. I was a little banged up. If you realize, I didn't compete from March till I did Indoor Worlds, and then I didn't run again till New York in June when Devin Allen ran that stunning 1284. So I was just slowly getting back into shape, but obviously you run 13:0 in any other race, that's a great time. So, you know, Devin was on his P's and Q's that whole season. Obviously had the unfortunate events in Oregon at World Champs, but you know, my goal this year is I'm healthy. Let's get out there and let's go compete. You know, the biggest lesson that you have in the hurdles is to do it at fast reps against fast people, and that's my thing. So, excuse me, I have a list of meets lined up. My team and I have worked countlessly to figure out what works best for us. Right now, my coach is traveling with the University of Florida, so why not come overseas, run a couple meets, and get some great treatment from people on my team, and you know, see what happens next. Obviously, I'll go back home. I have to go to the World Champs and run one round per USATF rules to show fitness. But other than that, I don't plan on doing anything else. Obviously, if I'm feeling real good and we have a nice tailwind, I might run all three, but who knows? You know, we figure out that when we get there. But, you know, knock out all my meets before World Champs. Obviously, leading into World Champs, take about 2-3 weeks, reevaluate, attack, get a new plan, and make sure we go to World Champs and defend the two-time title that I have.
Спасибо, Yaroslava. Thank you, Grant. فاصل وسنواصل break وهناك حفل شيع.
We will take a break, a coffee break, and then we'll resume our work in 10 minutes. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome him. He is the champion star of Morocco.
Training, so we can already start with a few questions for Soufiane.
العداء جاكوب سيلتحق
Jakob will be here after finishing his training. And now we have here Soufiane BAKKALI. We all know that he's one of the most famous Moroccan champions that will be there tomorrow in the competition of 3,000 meters. We all know that Soufiane BAKKALI has already participated in the Doha Forum, and he had got a new record with 7 minutes and 33 seconds. My question has to do regarding this timing. This timing is a new record for Soufiane. What can add to your performance and to his career in this type of race? First of all, welcome everyone, and welcome to all our journalists here. For the 300 meters that I had here in Doha Forum was part of my training and preparation, and the purpose was to get a good record in order to know my level and performance before starting here in Rabat this competition. I think it was a good timing, and it has helped me to be motivated and start this competition with more energy. Before moving to new questions, we will have here the Jakob from Norway in the race of 5,000 meters. He had a new record in the 1,500 meters. Welcome, Jakob.
Right now we're on the 1,050 tomorrow.
كاين سؤال بالنسبة لي
There is a question to Jakob, and then we will move forward to next questions. We all know that the 1,500 meters was a specialty of Britain, and after this it has become a specialty of North Africa, and especially Morocco and Algeria. Now this type of specialty is Norway. So moving from Britain to the Mediterranean and now in North Europe, what's the importance of Norway race in this regard?
For some period of time, it was the East Africans that was dominant in the middle distance. And I think we wanted to prove that anybody can be good at anything. It doesn't have to be running, but you just need to want something really bad, work very hard for it, and you need to have a plan how you're going to improve yourself and how you're going to train and practice. And if you keep on doing that and developing and trying as much as you can and put in the work, you can be good at anything. And that's what we proved from Norway, that you can be a good runner and compete against the best in the world and beat them.
جفال قاقرس
سؤال
My question to BAKKALI. First of all, we want to ask our champion to get a good result in this forum, especially that this year we will have a World Cup in Budapest. So what's the purpose of Soufiane BAKKALI in this forum is to get a new record of the year. And what are your achievements that you are aiming at achieving in this forum? I have some.
So next, so we can pulverize, of course, the record. I think that I can pulverize the record once again this year, and it's what you said is clear. The World Championship is the most important part of the game. So last year it was the Athletes International Championship, and now we'll be having other objectives and achievements. Thank you. So one question to Soufiane and Jakob. One of the paradoxes here is that today you are in the beginning of the A. So otherwise we can see the Boulami Brahim. Can we see less than 550? So Jakob 325, 326. So he's resisting that time since 1997. Norway, as my colleague said, is specialized in this speciality. So can you pulverizing the record of Hisham al-Garouz is just a question of time, or will it take that much longer time? Maybe see Hisham al-Garouz who's keeping that record.
As for the timing of 3,000, which with the 7.55 is not that difficult. I think that this has to do with time, as I already explained. I wasn't focused on this before, so for this year we will have the World Cup, and we will try also to get a new timing, and it has to do with the conditions of the race. If there are some participants who are strong, but we wish the best in this forum. If we don't make it tomorrow, we will make it in other forums.
Obviously, I want to improve my times, and I want to run as fast as possible. At the same time, I think 3:26 is a hard record to beat. But of course, I want to run as fast as possible, and I want to improve. But at the same time, that's the most important goal, just to have a personal improvement this year. Try to run faster than I've done in the past. Probably not all the way down to sub 3:26, but you never know. I'm going to try my best and hopefully try to run faster this year.
Question for Jakob. Hi, Jakob. Everybody is very excited to see you race against Yared Naguz tomorrow. What do you think about him as an athlete, and how might you have to change your tactics to beat him?
I think everybody's always trying to do their best. Some people come and go. There's always new faces. Yared is a good runner, also in development and improving race to race. At the same time, I've been in this circus for a couple of years now, and I'm obviously trying to improve and to run as much as possible, but also to win as much as possible. So I'm going to do that.
Good morning, everyone. My question is to Soufiane BAKKALI. With these new technologies in these races, or what we call the pursuing rabbit, are you going to be able to have a good performance more than a rabbit? And my question now is to Jakob.
The same introducing technology, new technology and digital technology in this distance. Are you sure to be the winner? Thank you. Tomorrow. Thank you.
As for your question, this is a new technology, and we started using it since 2021. It started in the form of Monaco, and there were new records It has been adopted in order to help us in the 3,000 meters, and we cannot find rabbits that might do this distance. I think it will help us, and we wish that it will help us to get a new record. As I explained before, in order to get a new record, you need many conditions. For example, having good racers and other items.
I think everything around us in all sports and the rest of the world, everything is improving. And of course, there's new technology. It's always in development. So that's just a part of the game. Cars is going faster now than they did 20 years ago. So obviously we're running faster than we did because of new shoes and the lights and everything. So I think that's good for the sport because we want to improve. We don't want to be stuck 20 years ago. At the same time, I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow, and yes, of course.
Jakob, hi. Last year when Jake beat you in Eugene, it probably gave hope to some other athletes that there was a way of beating you if they could hang on to you. We know you're stronger than most of them because your 5,000 is so fast. But have you changed anything in training to
قمت بتغيير أي شيء ما في التدريب ربما لتتبع هذا الجيل الجديد من العدائين إذا فقط ارتبطنا بيعقوب فيمكن أن نغير بعض الأشياء على مستوى السرعة أن الجيل الجديد يقوم بنفس الشيء كما أقوم به بطبيعة الحال إذا ليس بالضرورة أعتقد وأؤمن بما أقوم به في هذا الإطار.
Of course, I'm always looking to improve in training, to be able to improve in racing. But at the same time, we all need to remember why we're here and how we got here. And it's a lot of fun to, I love racing. I'm very competitive, and that's what drives me and motivates me to keep on running. So of course, if I'm going to win by 100 meters every race, it could be fun, but I would like the racing aspect and the competitiveness with me racing against the best runners in the world. But I think we're all going to improve, and we can help each other to improve with the fighting. And I think that's a very good thing.
محمد زوجار سؤال سفيان البقالي. كان عرفك مع كريم التلمساني المدرب ديالك ملي كنت صغير يعني المره الوحيده اللي ما شفتكش معاه.
That you have been with Tlemceni, the only thing we haven't seen you together was in Qatar. Is with regard to your relation with Karim, your coach, as in the past, he was giving you counseling when you were small or young. Now is that when you run, do you hear him among the spectators, or just listen to or hear the spectators? What is your relationship with him on a daily basis in the competition and exchanges between the other with the other people? So with my reports with Karim Tlemceni, as everyone knows, is a father-son relationship. Things are much more clearer now in the individual relations. Now we have to have a big trust, in the work we do. The work we've been doing, has been going on for years now. It's a long-term work, and now it's giving its fruits. And now we can give, and we see the Olympic Championship today. We would like to have other titles. Karim is something which is very special in my life. Everything boils down to winning, and so I keep his words in my mind. So I feel I'm always nearby. Coach Soufiane, tomorrow in Moulay Abdallah complex. Soufiane, you are a model now. You're an epitome for the youth, and for the most. You will be having runners from national clubs that will be following. Soufiane, I would like to know the message you would like to convey and send to these runners, the athletes that are following this path of 3,000 meters, who have seen even in different rounds. So I was among them, among these youngsters and newbies in the beginning. I would like, and I really liked when they encouraged me. Now as a champion, I participate in this competition. I try and I hope that they would learn and see the big champions of all distances attending these encounter. So it's not an easy task to be hosting such an international meeting. So in our country, I'm very happy and very glad. So because I run in European countries, and to bring these athletes is not an easy task. So we have an international big meeting in our country, and I hope that it will carry on like this. And I would like to thank all the spectators who come to the field, especially last year. We have had a lot of spectators that have lived up the best moments of their lives in the A course hurdle. Ben Azouz, the presence of the conference of Soufiane is an occasion to us which is really important for the race of tomorrow. We have taken the habit to run nearby Kenyans, Ethiopians. Tomorrow we say that there is going to be a whole team from Kenya that is competing with you. So what was your preparation to face them? And secondly, would you prefer that there is going to be a real rabbit, or would you like to have this virtual rabbit? So for clarification, so for the assumed rabbit, the virtual rabbit, it would not be going to be by itself. There is going to be the human rabbit, so the virtual rabbit is just to help out. So I'll do whatever it takes to win. So as you know, in all the races, Ethiopians, Kenyans, Europeans, the same thing to me. This rival attitude is normal, and I hope the best of the best to everyone. Question to Jakob.
May the gold medal. Can you hear me now? It's okay. Gold medal in summer 2020 Olympics. What are your ambitions, Jakob, who is just 23 years old today? And what is your idol that you would like to look like?
My goal is to do as good as I can for as long as I can. I want to keep on improving. I want to run faster. I want to win as much as possible, as much titles, as much medals. Growing up, I had my two older brothers as my idols. I wanted to be like them, wanted to run like them, but eventually I got there, and now I'm a little bit faster. But they're so I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't be running professionally. But at the same time, I want to write my own history, and I want to have my own name as the what I'm remembered for, not trying to be someone else.
Hello, I'm from the press of Javida. I have a question to Al-BAKKALI. Do you think that all the conditions that you are having, such as infrastructure, do you think that this record that you have done on international level, do you think that in these conditions can Soufiane Bakkali in alignment with his coach, do you think that you will get a new record? And my second question, do you think that we will still see Soufiane Bakkali in the same race, or we will see him in the 5,000 meters? And thank you. I will start from the second question. So for the me being in other distances, I have tried this experience before in the Olympic Games in Tokyo. I didn't succeed given the time restrictions because it was difficult to take two type of races. So I didn't have my time to relax, and we have different parameters in each type of race. So it's difficult to move from one to the other, and it's difficult to move from one race to another. So for now, I'm focusing on the 3,000 meters because my goal is getting bigger. I'm thinking about the golden medal. And what you are all expecting is to get to this day when I will decide to try to get a world record, which is something that it's achievable given the trainings we are having, and this is very helpful for us. We are waiting for this day in which we will get this world record, and thank you. My last question. My question is to Jakob. How do you see the world record that is done by Hisham Gavuz? Do you think it's easy, or it's difficult, or impossible? بالفعل هو ليس مستحيل.
It's a very fast time. Obviously, not many people have been able to run 3:26. At the same time, when someone's done it in the past, it's obviously possible to do it again. And but if someone's going to do it, you would like it to be a little bit faster. But obviously, that's the goal of all runners, is to try to go for the world record, or at least see how close you can get. But now I'm focused on myself, and I've always been that. And if you beat the record, that's just a way of it's a part of, you know, the way of getting where you want. And I'm just trying to improve as much as I can, and hopefully run sub 3:26, no 3:28 this year, because then I'll improve my own time, and next year I'll try to run it faster, and so on. So I'm excited to see how far I can go.
سؤال تفضل.
يونس طالب منارة. عندي سؤال سفيان بقالي.
I have a question to Soufiane Bakkali. We all know that Rabat is an important step for Soufiane Bakkali. Last year, you have got the record of this forum. And if you remember, last year I have asked you if you are going to be part of the forum in Rome. We all know that now we have many important fora, which are, I think, 8 fora before the World Cup. I would like to know, what's your program? What are the fora you would like to participate in? So thank you so much. As for the Rabat forum, I think it's an important forum for me, especially in these last 3 years. As you know, this forum is giving me a motivation in my career, especially that I'm playing for the fans here in Morocco. So starting here with good results would really help me to prepare for other fora, especially fora that will be after this one. There are many of them. For up to now, I've already prepared my plan of the Diamond League. I will have 3 races after this forum. I will start my training for the Cup. Last question. So I have a question to...
But you never stop learning. Can you just update us on your coaching setup now? Is it Henrik you bounce ideas off? Are you 99% self-coached? What's the situation?
No, it's Henrik, Philip, and me. So we're all discussing and trying to put up the best possible program.
شكرا لكم.
Thank you so much. We will meet tomorrow. Let's applaud our champions for Soufiane, Bakkali and Jakob.